It's like a beautiful Mexican lasagna. It's so many layers of beautiful flavours, and trust me, you will love this. Let's make a beef tortilla pie on the One Pot Chef. In a frying pan, I've got a little bit of olive oil, and I've added in 2 cloves of crushed garlic and 1 brown onion, which I've just diced up. And we're just going to slowly cook this over a medium heat for a couple of minutes or until the onions have softened. Next, we're adding in our beef. I'm using 500 grams of lean beef mince. And I'm using a lean one because I don't want this to be too greasy, but I want a little bit of fat in there because, like all tubby chefs like me say, fat is where the flavour is. And just using a wooden spoon, we're just going to break up that beef, and we're going to cook this for about 8 minutes or until all the beef is nicely browned. Next, we're adding in some veggies. First, I'm putting in 1 small red capsicum or bell pepper, which I've just deseeded and diced. Some corn. And for a bit of spice, I'm adding in some chilli and some paprika, a teaspoon of each. Now, whether you choose to use some mild or hot chili and paprika is entirely up to you. I'm using mild today. Give that a good stir around, and we're just going to cook this stirring for 2 to 3 minutes or until the capsicum is nice and tender. Stir in a 400 gram can of diced tomatoes. Reduce the temperature to low and allow this to simmer for about 5 minutes or until the mixture thickens slightly. Season with a little salt to taste. Give it one last good stir, and we can switch off the heat and set this aside to cool for about 10 minutes. Then we can assemble our beef tortilla pie. To assemble our pie, we're going to need a springform tin. This is a 20cm springform cake tin. It's the ones where the side comes off. And I place this onto an oven tray just in case we have any leaks. First layer is 1 tortilla. Now just pop that tortilla in. You might have to trim it to size if you have particularly large tortillas. Next, we're going to spread 1/3 of our beef mixture over the surface of the tortilla and top that with a little bit of grated cheese. I'm just using some cheddar cheese today. Then simply repeat the process with another tortilla and another 1/3 of the beef mixture, and just keep doing that until you have 3 layers of beef and 4 tortillas. Top that final tortilla with some more of that grated cheese. And this is ready to go into the oven. Preheated oven, 180 degrees Celsius for about 15 to 20 minutes or until the cheese on top has melted. And remember to leave it in the tin once it comes out of the oven for at least 5 minutes so it can firm up a bit. And here is our completed beef tortilla pie. All we need to do is cut this into wedges and serve with a side salad. That looks absolutely gorgeous. I cannot wait to dive in and have a taste. Cheesy. Mmm. Mmm. Oh wow. It's like an explosion of flavour. You got the beef and the tomatoes, the onion, the garlic, that beautiful little chunks of sweetness from the corn, and cheese all through it. And honestly, the tortillas, it's almost like lasagna pasta. It's so good. And it's so simple to make. I mean, you can make this pretty much any day of the week. There's very little fuss to it. Trust me, give this a go. I guarantee this is going to become a family favourite. Well, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Check out my other videos at OnePotChefShow.com. And until next time, see you later. Little bit of behind the scenes info. This is actually take 2 of this video. The first attempt, I actually got all the way up to the point where I took it out of the oven, but Butterfingers, I ended up dropping it on the floor and it went everywhere. So I ended up having to restart and do it all again from scratch. But you know what? It was worth it because this is absolutely delicious.